The snow wasn't falling, it was attacking the world sideways. When I first heard it, a faint tapping somewhere behind the house. Too weak to be a person. Too steady to be the storm. I followed the sound with the same tight fear I hadn't felt since my deployment overseas. The shed door trembled. Not from the wind, from something inside. When I pulled it open, my heart stopped. My little girl was curled on the floor beside a rusty pail. Her fingers were turning blue. Her lips were cracked open like she'd forgotten what warmth felt like. She stared up at me as if she wasn't sure I was real. "Daddy," she whispered. "Mommy said you weren't alive anymore. Uncle David said he's my daddy now." She was 4. And she looked even smaller than that, skin tightened over small bones like she'd been shrinking. Something in me went dead quiet. The kind of quiet only soldiers understand. I lifted her. She was weightless, like holding a memory instead of a child. Inside the house was warm. Food sat on the counter. My wife stood laughing on the phone, until she saw us. Her smile vanished before her breath did. "You're not supposed to be here." That one line told me everything. I wrapped a blanket around my daughter while she touched my cheeks, making sure I wasn't a ghost. My wife finally found her voice. I went to look for her," she said too quickly. A lie with slippery edges. I didn't respond. Silence rattles liars more than shouting ever could. My daughter lifted her head. "Mommy said you left us. Uncle David said I have to listen to him now." The room tightened around me. My jaw locked. My wife looked away, the first confession she didn't speak. I waited until my daughter fell asleep on my chest before I started searching. Slow. Controlled. The way you move when staying alive depends on it. In the kitchen I found overdue bills months old. In drawers she kept to herself I found bank transfers to a stranger's name. Phone logs filled with long calls, late-night laughs, secrets. Messages from me, unopened. Some deleted. Then I saw boxes in the hall closet, new coats for children. My daughter owned none. She'd been wearing a thin shirt in winter. On the counter, a picture of my wife and David, arms wrapped around each other at a restaurant. Dated 2 months after my deployment, the same month she told everyone I abandoned them. I read every message, every receipt, every note. By sunrise I understood 2 things. She didn't misplace our daughter in the snow. She put her there. The last proof was in a manila envelope under her side of the bed, custody papers. Filed by her. Signed by David. Designed to paint me unfit, unstable, missing. My daughter was nothing but a tool in their plan. When she walked into the kitchen, the documents sat in front of her. She froze. Her face went pale. "What's that?" she whispered. "A question," I said, pushing the papers toward her. She didn't even reach for them. "It's not what it looks like," she tried to say, but it was exactly what it looked like. I didn't yell. Didn't accuse. I let her drown in her own explanations while the truth sat between us like a loaded gun. She broke first. They always do. Revenge isn't heat. It's ice. I made one call. Then another. Then I waited. 2 hours later a car pulled up. Not cops. Not military. Child protection. They walked through every room. Saw the shed. Saw the temperature outside. Saw the medical chart of a 4-year-old who hadn't gained a pound in a year. My wife cried. Then begged. Then screamed. It didn't matter. Reality doesn't negotiate. I stood silent as they escorted her out. Minutes later David arrived, furious and confused. "What did you tell them?" he shouted. I handed him a copy of the custody paperwork. His face drained. "She lied to you," I said. "She lied to everyone." Then I walked by him without looking back. Men like him collapse when their lies have no audience left. By evening both of them were gone. My daughter slept in her room, wrapped in warmth she should never have been deprived of. The house stayed hollow and still. Not peaceful, just empty. I watched my daughter breathe, slow, even, safe. I didn't think of my wife. Not her excuses. Not her tears. Not the life she tried to build without me. I thought of the knocking. The cold. The tiny voice asking if I was dead. That memory will last longer than her betrayal ever will. Some truths don't destroy you. They sharpen you. I'm not the same man who left for that mission. That man trusted the wrong people. Never again. What would you have done in my place? Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And subscribe.